Welcome, everyone, to the Side Draft Podcast. So during the middle of the week, we do a series called Why Fans Love Their Driver on the Twitter vote. You all selected Chase Elliott to be the next in the series.
That's pretty awesome because we had Dale Jr. in that voting, and Chase actually beat Dale Jr. And it seems like Chase is kind of taking over the role as the most popular now. So it's interesting to see that that the fans are coming out and really cheering on for Chase.
And Joe Logano actually got second in that vote. Like, he beat Dale Jr., so it's pretty weird that Jr. didn't dominate the vote like we thought it would.
Yeah, I mean, since he retired and going to the booth, it seems like more people's going more to the one that's active drivers. I mean, I'm still a big Junior fan, so we'll see how this series goes with talking about Chase.
Yeah, and Junior fans, don't worry, we'll eventually get to Junior. But right now we are talking about Chase Elliott. So we went to a NASCAR Chase Elliott fan group on Chase Elliott Fans is its name. So if you're a Chase fan, you want to check it out, meet some other Chase fans. Link will be in the description. The first comment is from Larry. I was a big fan of Bill's and now of Chase. You could tell he was raised the right way and is a humble young man. You could tell he appreciates the situation that he's in now.
He really can, through his interviews and the way he handles himself on the media. He out there really making a lot of noise, but he just shows his driving skills, and he is a very humble person.
Yeah, some fans really enjoy that in a driver. They like a driver that's really humble, and they don't want to boast or anything in their interviews or nothing. They just state the truth, and I think that's very respectful of them, and that's why some people like Chase.
Yeah, because you see him, he's very competitive on the racetrack. I'm better. I'm in a good ride. I'm driving a Hendricks. He just gets in the car, he drives, and it looks like he enjoys it. And really, congratulations on getting his first win this year at Washington Glen. And really, he's very humble, after he won that race.
Yeah. The next one is from, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Zipporah. That looks about right?
Yeah.
So it says, okay, back in 2005, I became a big fan of Jeff Gordon. Followed him to his retirement year and the year before he retired. I was at Daytona for a tire test and autograph signing that I had my Jeff Gordon jacket to get autographed by the Jeff Gordon. That time I asked him, seeing that you were retiring, who should I follow? And he said, a young man named William Clyde Elliott, a.k.a. Chase Elliott. I just knew he had it when his first and second season in the Cup Series. Now the third season, he has showed us that Chase Elliott is Chase and not his dad, Bill. Because that young man, he has a lot of true talent. Chase Elliott, go get your championship, young man. Chasing 9.
Yeah, it's really true. Chase has his own style. It ain't, compared to Bill. And, it's really good to let these young drivers coming up gain their own style and how they drive and how they react to other drivers.
Yeah, Chase has a very distinct personality compared to Bill. They're similar in some ways, but Chase is Chase. A lot of fans came over from Bill, but they love Chase for who he truly is.
Yeah, I believe Jeff Gordon had some say who was to take over that 24 team. So for him to pick Chase, and he's seen a lot of good things in Chase. It's real good.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon, he can pick out some talent. He wanted Jimmy Johnson in the Hendrick car, and like what Jimmy Johnson has done.
A 7-time champion. So maybe Chase will follow in the footsteps.
Maybe be the 14-time champion. Who knows? But next one is from Mary. Says, I saw Chase race at a track here in Georgia. The ARCA series, maybe, years ago. I think he was still in high school at the time. I was not familiar with any of the drivers that night, including Chase. Chase won the race, and I was so impressed with him when he went to the Monster Energy series. I became a loyal fan and have been cheering him on, jumping up and down in the living room and screaming at the television ever since. A championship or two, or many, are most definitely in his future.
That's a real excited fan right there, jumping up and down, because Chase is really giving fans a lot to cheer on. He's led a lot of laps. He's real competitive, and he runs really well.
Yeah, finally getting that win at Watkins Glen. You know, I could see a lot of Chase fans just jumping up and down because they've been waiting a long time for that. You know, Chase came up to Monster Energy when we had like the big three, so it's very competitive when he first arrived, and finally claiming that win against one of the big three's got to be pretty big for all of his fans.
Yeah, I know a lot of the fans really was wondering when he's going to get that first win. He had a lot of second place finishes, and sometimes the races come down to a late restart, and somebody get to jump on him, and he lose the race, and it really puts a lot of that weight on himself. And you know, like he loses a race like that, and he beats himself up, but it just shows his passion for the sport, and he wants to win. And it's really good to see him get that win, and he's so excited. His real enthused.
Yeah, he was, and it was great to see that. And the next one is from Amanda. Says, I cheered for him because he was my boyfriend's favorite driver, but I am now an honest goodness fan as I've learned the ins and outs of racing over the years. I've seen him race well, but also carry himself well. He is always respectful in interviews when it would be easy to take the Kyle Busch route. He is talented and classy. We are a Chase Elliott couple for sure, and now that he is my husband and no longer just my boyfriend, I'm sure that will not change. We're in Canada, so it's hard to get a hold of good merchandise, but we'll be trying to take a trip stateside to go to a race sometime in the next few years.
Wow, let's even going into Canada, get some good fans up there, and maybe Hendrick or Chase or somebody will send you some merchandise and help you out on that.
So Chase, if you're watching this, send this fan some merchandise. Yeah. It's always awesome to see, you know, some international fans from Canada, Mexico, you know, all these places all over, because it's definitely harder to be a fan. As you know, here in the United States, you know, you got racetracks all over the place. You know, go to a gas station, you see, you know, signs up in NASCAR. Not sure how it is all around the world, everywhere else, but you know, here it's everywhere. In other places, it's very scarce, and don't see nothing like that once in a while. So these fans are true fans of the sport.
Yeah, especially since the Monster Energy don't even go into Canada. I know Xfinity, they run a race once a year up there.
Trucks, right?
Yeah.
Truck Series.
Yeah.
At Canadian Tire.
Yeah. So, you know, every once in a while, I can't remember, years ago, Xfinity went up to Canada.
I believe they did.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really good to, you know, see people outside the United States being a fan, and you know, here they keep it all in the family, and it's real awesome to see.
So the next one is from Ronald. Says, well, to be different, I was a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, and liked the job Chase did while driving for Dale. And also when he graduated to the Cup Series in the 24, and now the 9 car is his alone. So I think that's very interesting, like how many different perspectives Chase fans have been, you know, discovered Chase, because, you know, you got like the Jeff Gordon fans who, you know, didn't know who to pull for, and, you know, Gordon steered them mostly to Chase Elliott. And then you got the Bill Elliott approach, fans of Bill, fans of Chase. And then, he drove for Junior Motorsports, so he's even got some Dale Jr. fans in the mix. So I think that's kind of why he became the modern most popular driver, because he's got so many of these legends just steering fans his way.
Yeah, he's following the two most popular drivers in the sport with Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr. And Chase did a real good job in the 9 car with Junior Motorsports, and he was very competitive, won his championship, and I think once he took over 24 ride, and he really wanted to get back to that number 9, which he had most of his career.
Yeah, so a lot of fans came from either Bill, Jeff, or Dale. So I think that's most popular driver worthy there.
Yeah.
So the very last one is from Denise. It says, back in the day, I was a Bill Elliott fan when he retired. I went to Jeff Gordon, huge fan of Jeff. Then he retired. I had to decide who I was going with. I said Chase, even before they put him in the 24 car. He's been my favorite driver ever since. So that just kind of proves what we was saying. And he even was a fan of 2 of those guys we was talking about.
Yeah, because he's a long-time fan. Bill Elliott, then moved to Gordon, and now he's with Chase. And it's not a real bad pick.
Yeah, so that was why fans love Chase Elliott. Very humble guy. A lot of fans came to him because of a lot of great legends within the sport, a lot of great ambassadors. And I think Chase has lived up to all the hype.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. We met him before he come into the Monster Energy series, and he's very nice.
Yeah, very shy at first, but once you get to talk to him, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, with Chase and Ryan Blaney, they're real best friends, and seem like they're both kind of shy at first, but you just kind of joke around with them a little bit and get them loosened up.
Yeah, I think it was interesting. One person mentioned the Kyle Busch route, and that's not to throw shade at Kyle Busch or anything. At least we're not doing that. I think it's interesting how fans see things in such a different way. It's like some fans love being humble, while other fans love the
Drama,
what people like Bush and Harvick have to say in their interviews, because they have a more, I wouldn't want to say ego, but they have, just such a way of having so much confidence in what they say, and they just act like they own the sport, which is a great thing. We have like these differences of personalities.
Yeah, and you really got to see some of that personality in Chase when him and Denny Hamlin got into it, and Chase, he's really humble, but you push him too far, and he's gonna come at you. Which he had every right that night. He's like, he came out and said, "You wrecked me."
Yeah, I believe it was Kyle Petty that said, that was the first night that Chase was Chase.
Yeah. That's
when he showed true Chase emotions. And I think we'll see that.
And I think it's why a lot of fans like him. You see that emotion, and it's like, yeah, that's the driver I like. So.
Yeah, some drivers will not show that type of emotion for the sport. Chase Elliott definitely cares about his career and all things NASCAR.
Yeah, it was really good to hear the fans cheer when he won, and that night he even got wrecked by Denny Hamlin, and the fans were just really cheering him on.
Yes, I think Chase Elliott is very healthy for our sport at this point, and I think he's keeping fan base very excited to see some more races. And
yeah, I believe he'll bring in more people to the sport. The young drivers and even the older drivers, and it's really good to see that car at Hendricks really being competitive again.
Yeah, it's really cool about Chase's circumstance. He's good for the younger fan base, he's also good for the older fan base. So, pulling for Chase is a win-win no matter what your demographic is. So thank you all for watching. There will be a Twitter poll very soon to pick the next driver. So we'll be announcing that poll very soon. So if you want to vote on for your favorite driver, just stay tuned on our Twitter account. So we'll see you next week and enjoy the races at Las Vegas.